Hi everyone, good afternoon. Welcome back to World Class Inventors. This is video number 50 in the series, and today's date is June 27th, 2024. And last Friday, I got some really terrific news. As I mentioned in the prior videos, I've been waiting to get into the PTO's publication queue. So after you get a notice of allowance, the examiner gives you the green light to go ahead that you're going to be eligible. It's not a guarantee. You're going to be eligible for a patent grant. Once that happens, it gets submitted into the PTO's database, their review board, and it eventually makes its way into the publication queue. What happens in between is they take your patent application, your submittal, with your drawings, your claims, your abstract, the detailed preferred embodiments. They go through the entire application and they format it. They look at it for errors, they look at it for any defects, and if you pass muster, you enter into the publication queue. This can take anywhere from a couple months to, in my case, it was going to be as much as 9 months to almost 11 months. And that's because we had filed for a correction after the notice of allowance, and I'll go into that at a much later date. The point is, it took a long time for me to get into the publication queue. So I called the patent office, which I routinely do, and I've always encouraged you to do it. The Inventors Assistance Center, the Ombudsman's Office, the Patent Electronics Business Unit, the Office of Petitions, the Office of Data Management. These are all things that an inventor and or his or her attorney needs to be calling to just make sure that everything is moving along or get any of your questions or concerns answered during the interaction with the PTO. So I had called the Inventors Assistance Center, and I was trying to find out when I was going to enter into the publication queue. And the gentleman on the other end of the phone said, "Oh, you got entered into the queue 2 days ago, and your patent is going to be published. A formal grant is going to happen for you on July 9th. So that's what this paper is. And I'm showing it to you. It's got my patent number on it and the attorney and the file and everything else. And I'll put up I'll put up a blank screen with that on so that you can get a better look at it. So it's really a miracle because I wasn't supposed to get the grant until the last time I checked, October or November of 2024. And now I'm going to get it right after the 4th of July, which is a total blessing from God. Now, why is that important? Why do you want a patent? Well, two things for me, really. It gives you some protection. Your claims, as I discussed, your metes and bounds are protected. You have to enforce that, though, in the form of a cease and desist letter, and you might even have to take it to federal district court because it's a federal question, and that's where these things get hammered out in something called claim construction. The other reason why I want the patent is this. When I'm calling on potential licensees and angel investors, if I'm going to make this thing, I have to have a calling card. I just can't call somebody and say, hey, I got a great idea. Do you want to sit down and listen to me? Do you want to take me serious? And the answer would be, of course not. You're manic. And that's just the way it works. So the patent is my CV. It's my calling card. It shows that I'm realistic, that I am an inventor, I guess, which to me, that's not that big of a deal, being an inventor per se. People call themselves all sorts of different things in life. But the patent itself is the calling card, and it establishes credibility. And after July 9th, when I get this, I will put up a link in the next video description so that you can look at it in the patent office yourself. And then we can start to take the patent grant that I have, and we can start breaking it down. I'll show you the parts of the patent. I'll explain things to you, and I'll start sharing with you, hopefully teaching you, if I'm capable of that, of how to begin to think about writing both your provisional patent and your non-provisional patent, since I have a fresh new patent and a totally new, fresh perspective on this exercise. So that's the update. That's what this video is about. I'm going to get published. The grant's on its way, and I just wanted to share it with you. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. God bless everybody. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.